It's always a little weird where I have nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing. What am I doing? And then the stream starts. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. I have to remain in a certain spot because something will happen up here. Also flowers. Summertime. I actually remember to do that. Surprised the hell out of me. Music Maestro, if you insist. Let me know if that's too loud. I can't tell how it sounds on your end. I can only tell how it sounds on my end. And for me, I try to make it in the background. You know, just there but not there. It's the science. Are we live? Yeah, of course we are. I see faces. I see names. I don't see faces. That would be another problem entirely, and I'd have to have a different medication. We're not going to worry about that now. Pack it up. I'll take it. All right, Zenbu. Good. We're done. End of stream. You win. Oh, if only we're that easy. If only. Kathy Huey, happy Friday. I hope everyone had a good week. Yeah. It's probably best if I don't remember too much. I don't think anything seriously horrible happened. I had lunch with Pop KillCo yesterday. That was nice. We're not talking about that yet. What are they? Andrew Butler, hello. Hello. Rob Smith, hello, people. Internet people. That's my broadest way to talk to people online. Hello. Greetings, internet people. It includes everything, everyone. All genders and types and persons and everything. Orientations, whatever. Internet people. There are a lot of them, and they're all weird. Especially me. There's definitely weirder people than me, but I am here now, and you're watching me be weird on the internet. And drinking whiskey. Very important. Drinking whiskey, which I should do, because this is what we do on this channel. Just hang around and have a drinking problem. No problems here. We check for that. It's fine. What was I doing? Oh, yes, that's right. If you didn't know, there's nothing actually here. But if you didn't know, weird whiskey? Yes, that too. No real weird whiskeys this week, though. Or this month. A couple of very interesting ones, actually. I kind of forget what I did this past month. It's like, make the video, done. Blech. I have to go check. But pretty much every time. When I get to the end of the month, and it's like, oh, you get to do the raffle, end of the month, you know, whiskeys for people to try. Go. And then I go, what did I do? So I have them in front of me, all four of them. One of them's going to be near the end, because it's the higher proof, and in this case, it's one I'm supposed to drink on ice. And I know I'm supposed to drink it on ice. If you didn't see the video, what? Donna Pass Whiskey, happy Friday, Brian. So happy to be here to watch you be weird. Thank you. It isn't. Zen Boot, it never is. I've had arguments with it. Today, I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just say you learn so many things about facial hair when you have to deal with it every day. Thing. Let's start drinking. Truer words could have never been spoken on a Friday. Let's start drinking. Put that on a t-shirt. Friday, let's start drinking. I'll sell billions of them. I'll be rich. I wonder what it's like to be rich. Do any of you know? Because if you do, you tell me. I'm curious. We're starting with Virginia. Are we starting with Virginia? Yeah, why not? I think that's the first one I did this month, but I don't remember. Again, I don't pay attention. I got my tiny glass out because 4 whiskeys, 2 hours. Gotta pace yourself. I need to replace that. I was a very good adult today. I was, in so many levels. So I don't know about that. Me neither. Someday. Topo Chico and The Epicurean equals light and summery. It's a good idea. It's still daylight out, you know? Sometime in autumn is the only time I start to feel like, oh, I'm going live tonight. But now it's, 8 something o'clock at night. We did this last week. 8, the sun's up till 8 p.m. That's a little weird. People go to sleep at 8 p.m. in some places, I sometimes do. That's a bad day if I don't. Today was a nice day, mostly. Sleep last night was not so great. I'm technically very tired. But I don't look like it, and of course this depressant material beverage will help with that. Long story. Sleep pattern has been wonky for weeks. What else is new? And I blame the change of the seasons. It just feels like that's the right thing to do. Blame the weather. Here we go. We're starting with this one again. The raffle tonight, like and subscribe, is the 4 samples I did videos this month. It's previous month. This month, June. I'm going to try them myself again because I can. And you get to try them if you win the raffle. It's very simple. And it also makes people look at the videos again. I like the idea of a watch-along tasting. You get the samples. You're like, oh, I got them. Yeah, I won. Woo. Hey. And then you get them. They arrive safe and sound, beautifully wrapped, just for you. And then you can pour it out, watch the videos, sip along, smell along, and be like, oh, yeah, that's right. I got that, too. That's cute. I just didn't. Yeah, whoa. John Krantz, hello. Cheers to you. Hi. Welcome. I'm drinking up water today. Hydration is key, as always. Stay hydrated. Wow, the malt on this one is heavy. Woo. It's always really nice to get back to the whiskeys, too. Like, I drank this a month ago, or, 4 weeks ago. I still don't remember it very well. Because once the video is done, I'm done. It's a very tiny Glencairn. I have ginormous hands. You should see my feet. That's a whole different place. Never mind. More importantly, I don't know if it's going to show up because this thing hates me. Do it. Don't look at my face. Look at the glass. Look at the glass. Where's the happy place? Where are you happy? Anyway, it says Whiskey Mentors on it. You can kind of tell. And of course, trying to focus on something clear is impossible. Hydration is key. It is. Slightly fruity, very malty. And it's got a little sweetness to it, but I can't place it. I want to say vanilla, because of course I do. What's really awful about watching your own video editing process? Oh, you hear them? No, that's the annoying neighbors. Welcome to my hell. They're loud, and they are always on the weekends if they have their friend over. So obnoxious. That's in the bedroom area. They are the weirdest people. Like, I don't understand how they exist like that. Where they're always in the bedroom area. Like, they have a big-ass apartment area, which I'm in now. Always in the bedroom. For everything they do. Bedtime activities included. And if you can hear them, I can hear them. In my bedroom. It's awful. I wait. I wait for the day they leave. So no. Just obnoxiously loud, toxic couple neighbors with their friend over tonight. Yay. JC. Jack. JC. Did I say JAC? Or JC. Been a while. Welcome back. You were missed. We all noticed you weren't here. Slightly fruity, my tasting notes. Yeah. Hey. But no, it is. Sugar kitty meow. Meow. Go. Hello. Welcome. Bidding starts at $5. I mean, raffle tickets are $5. Bidding. Whoa, that'd be a whole different thing. That'd be wild. That wouldn't go very far. It'd be like $5, $10, $15. And it would stop at 20. That'd be it. Ugh. But you guys know the drill. Again, $5. I think I did. PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Mega Chats. There are 4 different ways to do this, and I have to keep track of all of them. Speaking of, I have to open the apps on my phone just in case. Why do they keep doing this to me? Sorry, the Whiskey Tribe, Patreon. By the way, I have a Patreon. It's another way to help the channel and me, specifically. I like paying my bills. That's both a lie and the truth at the same time. That's weird. How does that happen? Anyway, Patreon, Whiskey Tribe stuff. They have a podcast they do every week, and it always seems to show up right when I'm streaming. How dare they? How dare they be so consistent? What? I have to have my tasks open, or else everything goes to hell. All right, opening the apps just in case. It's weird how this is sweet and malty, like separately. Usually I get a malty sweetness, and this is 2 different things. All right, that's open. Next, this is open. It feels like I haven't done a raffle in a very long time. It's not that long. I think it was last month. That's when I tried to do them. Oh my God, go away. But it feels like much longer. I don't know why. This area actually reminded me before I sipped what I was about to experience. It's like, it's alcohol, huh? Oh, okay. It's a heart condition, I'm sure. Better not be. That sounds expensive. Oh yes, and of course, what's in your glass tonight? I don't like drinking alone. I know Zen Boot is drinking something very, what did he say, summery? Topo Chico and Epicurine, I don't know what that is. Nice and summery. Game of Thrones Cleanlish. I have one of those. Speaking of clean, I don't know how to say it. Look at that, hey, whoa, that was another one. If you win this one, you can compare the 2. I don't know if they're the same, and I do find it a little weird that this is a 14-year-old. It's one of the, like, sorry if that's loud, Scotch things. ASW Soloist, nice. Aaron 10, yes, please. Do it. ASW. I forget what that is. I'm kidding, I don't know what that is. Soloist sounds familiar. But I'm thinking of Still Austin, which is why it's confusing. Nice. It's a good price nowadays, because they might go up in price again because of the next thing they do. If they sell more whiskey for Game of Thrones, I'm going to be so annoyed. It was weird that I got all of them. You can see some of them over here, over yonder. And of course, a reminder. June is National Men's Health Month. It's coming to an end, but please check yourself before you wreck yourself. I mean, go see a doctor if you feel ill, mentally or physically. No, nice. Douglas Lang. I know of Douglas Lang. I don't remember why. It is. I mean, I still haven't done a long... Well, did I ever do that? I must have. That seems very obvious. But it might not have dawned on me. I don't know if I've ever done a live stream where I had the lineup of all the Game of Thrones whiskeys, because it doesn't make sense to do it because they're all different whiskey distilleries. But it would help me figure out which one I like best. Although I have a general idea which one I might like more. But it's been a while. It's been a while since I touched them. You'll see them again come November, December, November. Yeah, November is the Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, so stay tuned for that chaos again. Whoa. Two of the biggest things I have to do at the end of the year. November, Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. December, Advent Calendar. January, recuperate. Mm. Ow. Holding my hand too long. Oh, man. This is when you realize certain things about whiskey. I haven't had a whiskey in how long? I don't know. Probably, really? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I've had a whiskey since Sunday. That can't be right. Is that right? That's going to be weird if that's true. It was the first time in a very long time where I haven't had any whiskey on purpose. Well, not on purpose. Not on purpose, but for like 5 days straight of just not doing it. Naturally not doing it. Like sounds like a drug. I didn't do it, I swear. Oh, wait. Alcoholism is not funny. But I have had alcohol this week, just not whiskey. This is likely the first whiskey I've had in, I want to say since Sunday, but I don't remember if I've had anything else. I probably haven't. That's, again, the sleep problem I'm having right now really stops you from drinking in the evening if you're unconscious at 7 and you wake up at 10 and then you can't sleep until 3. And then you wake up at 6. Pure old single barrel. Gonna cat him. Georgia. Georgia on my mind is now in my mind. Great. Both are great. Yeah, they're pretty good. I haven't had them in a while. Again, that's inadvertent driving. It looks like that. Dry work week? Yeah. My work time is actually the weekend because I don't go anywhere typically. And I'm realizing, my plans are being foiled. Huh. It would be. Like, I did have a beer and I had a martini. So I did have some pretty, strong alcohol, but it was vodka too. I mean, it was an espresso martini, but I've had better ones. So I didn't like it that much. It's like they didn't add enough Kahlua or something. Anyway, the last time I had it, it was really good. That's my disappointment. More beer than I have in years. Yep, always with food. Yep. I was eating lunch with Dad yesterday, and we were drinking. Papa KillCo is going on for his new chemo treatment on July 1st. So if you could all just keep that in your heads and think good things, that would help me, in my mind, a little bit. I would appreciate that, because chemo's awful. Newsflash, if you didn't know. Talking to some boys? Yeah. Please, again, if you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm up for trying everything, and what I'm going to do later is get rock hard. I'm not going to stop making jokes like that. And I swear to God, YouTube, if you flag this again as needing to be adult content, I will slap you. It's been happening lately, like twice. A couple of my live streams have been flagging them, and then I go, check again. And they do, and it's like, oh, never mind. God. Here we go. This is for later. I'm going to have this over ice. You hate Kahlua? Do you dislike coffee? You do not dislike coffee. I know. I've seen your posts on Facebook with the caffeine need. We know the need. I need it. Give me some caffeine. Mr. Great Shot. How are you doing? I would just evaporate is what would happen. The sun would hit me and there'd be a cloud of mist and I would be gone. It was actually really pleasant today here in Rhode Island. Beautiful day. I think it's like 70 degrees out. Perfect. My favorite time of the year is autumn and spring, generally, because it hangs out at like 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Love it. Right now it's 66. Oh, I want to go outside almost, but I'm here drinking whiskey with you. Aren't you lucky? God, I finally thought about myself like that. Mine is sugar and beer. Then why don't you like Kahlua? Is it too sweet? Is that it? Too sweet? You're too sweet for me. I take my whiskey neat, my coffee black, and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet. I've heard that song so many times lately. One, Spotify really likes playing it for me. And two, it's even on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff because people are like, whiskey! This song says whiskey in it. Yay! And apparently the guy has a problem with sleeping. And he likes his coffee black, which I don't like my coffee black. I am the other cream and sugar, if you please. Basically turned it into coffee milk. It's a thing in Rhode Island, alright? It's a New England thing. Coffee milk. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense, but it is. It is what it is. Hate that phrase. That's Craig Rye and smoking a 601 Warhead. That sounds like it could explode. Please be careful. Like the cartoons. I don't know why cartoons... Oh, that's right. Cartoons can't do nicotine now. Or they shouldn't. But, you know, the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, you light a cigar for Elmer Fudd and it would just explode in his face. That was a gag at some point for reasons I don't understand. Whoop! Well, Zenbu, thank you. Ooh, I can like and like. What am I doing? Oh, the rabbit. I haven't seen him in a minute. Thank you, thank you. How am I doing this? Oh, that's right. Zenbu is in for 7. It's a good number. I like that number. That number is coming up fast, by the way. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, which is me. I am still in the mindset of my birthday is next month and not next week. And I'm not thinking about the fact that it's a week from Sunday. Nope. Nope, nope, not thinking about that. Not at all. Alright, let's copy paste now because I don't want to type your name 7 times. I'm sorry. Did I spell that right? I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Done. 7 entries for Zenbu. You want to try this rye, don't you? I know you do. It's wild. For those of you who don't know, it's wild. And doing a raffle for 2 ounces of a pour is very different when it's this much. Like, there's 2 ounces and it'll be like that. I realized that when I was doing the raffle. I'm like, wait a minute. 2 ounces from this is nothing. 2 ounces from this is like, you're going to bring it to half. It's funny. It is interesting. Again, I'm happy to share it with people because it's so wild. And I wish I could get a bottle of it, but, you know, as I said at the start of the video, this is $50. With shipping, it was $70. 200 milliliters, folks. 50% though. Saving grace. 50%. If it was less than that, I'd be so pissed off. Cool porn. Huh, that's fun. Do you like Mr. Black? That's another thing. Liqueur. There we go. Double extra super sweet. No, 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 no. I have my limits. I usually like milk, technically instead of cream, because I can use that without having to worry too much about, oh, cream, fat, blah, half and half. Ugh. No, wait. I like asking for milk because otherwise it's a little half and half, little cup things for your creamer. You put it in. You need I need 3 of them at least because I'm like that. Maybe just 2. But either way, when you're at the place where they're filling your cup up, you want some more coffee? Yeah, I do. I have to redo all this, so I've used 2 more half and halves. Now there are 4 empty half and half things in front of me, and at least 4 sugar packets, because you can't give me just the sugar in the thing. I have to have packets of everything. I don't like the mess. Therefore, milk. This is a very weird thing to be normally upset about here, but it's true. So I get milk instead, so they don't have to worry about the half and half. Mini moves, sure. Mini moves, why not? As Sugar Kitty said. I don't like making more of a mess for the waitress to clean up, you know? I can't help the sugar packets, unless they have a little big-ass thing of sugar there, which they usually don't. Foreign PayPal. Oh, thank you, Mr. Great Shot. Barely remember at KillCo Whiskey Musings. I almost missed that. I didn't see it. Oof. Cigar with a mini firecrack in it. The cartoons were copying that. That seems like a bad idea. I'm glad I thought about that when I saw the cigar that explodes. I mean the, what'd you call it? Where'd it go? Also, tell your friends and family to subscribe to this channel. I'm at that point now. It's been almost 5 years. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get what we're calling passive income. From ads, which you guys are stuck watching. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. 69 here, giggity. 69. I see what you did there. Rain. Giggity. What am I looking for? Ah la la. Oh, you guys have been talking so much, which is good, but I can't find what I was looking for. I already clicked on it, too. That makes it harder to find. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Damn it. Who has... It was a cigar and it said like nuclear or something. Explosive or something. Ah! I'm trying to find it. Nope. Nope. There we go. 601 Warhead. Found it. He said Warhead, exploding a cigar. He just went. It's a whole thing that just happened there. This is a great shot. 4. There we go. On PayPal. It's now a competition. Oh no. Who will win? The Great Shot or the Zen Bood? We'll find out soon enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Reserve Judgment on Mr. Black. Haven't found it yet. You can order it online. I don't know if I did. But it should be at liquor stores too. I mean, it's one of those. I found it just with a... Mine came with a cup. I still have it. It's like a little camping cup. Like you know, you've seen those little silver mug things. Looks kind of like that, but it's fancy. Have to cut. Thank JC for stopping in. Plastic cups are tasteless. Ultra pasteurized in the cup, so it's stable at room temperature. I know, it's weird. Thus milk. Oh, what's everyone going through here? Sub 50. Canadian? Canadian? CAD. That's what I'm assuming that is. Peter White, what are you drinking? There's a lot of words. Craig Alley 13? Is that what we're talking about? I don't know if I've had that. Oh, that's exciting. Florida. I forgot. Yes, I imagine things are a little weird down there, to say the least. Oy. You have some of those exploding things for cigars? Mr. Great Shot. Why aren't you using them? No, don't do that. I'm not the type of person who likes practical jokes. I get that they're funny, but not for me. How's Cheech doing these days? I don't know, honestly. He's still doing late night stuff. He's doing movie stuff. He's on Discord, so he's alive. That's really what I'm worried about. But I assume he's doing better since he's doing streams. I still have no idea how everything happened, but I'm glad he's doing okay now. Oh, it really is nice. Oh, I also, whoops, realizing now, 2 ounces out of this is a thing too. I didn't think this through. It's all right. The whole idea is to have less whiskey, so fine with it. I have so much. I have so much. Oh, but of course, before I forget, there will also be raffles every week next month. Tell your friends, tell your family, get them to show up. Support me on my birthday month. And more importantly, I will be doing the 7-pack. I have to be careful, though, where I'm sending it. We found out last year that Mr. Great Shot knows that if they are in the sunlight for an extended period of time, they might melt. Which is bad. I still want to do the 7-packs. I just hope they get there without melting. That would be nice. And we're not deep into summer yet, but we're going to be there. Where's my sample? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Oh! Cool temps here in Nashville. Yeah, Midwest is getting slammed, isn't it? As usual. I'll figure it out. And of course, I have the KillCo seal of guarantee, seal of approval, seal of the KillCo promise that should your samples melt, I will try to replace them. Because it's only happened once, for the record. And because of that, I changed my box. So I used to ship in black boxes because reasons. So now I have white ones. So if they are on, at least in a warmer area, the heat should reflect. The sunlight should reflect a little rather than absorb. Because we learned about that in science classes in high school. I'm using that right now. You don't know, but I do. My apartment walls are white, therefore the lighting in here bounces around a lot. And I have to focus where it's going. Otherwise you can't see me very well. We can't have that. Ugh. Ugh. Very nice. Number 1 is down. How did 30 minutes go by? What just happened? I really feel like I just started. What the hell? Next, Klein Liege. Again, we're going through the samples. I can't see what I'm doing. Well, that's a problem. Up there. Monthly raffle. And there, of course, is always the option for those who want to support me on my birthday month to join the Patreon or become a dedicated member of the channel. Or just be lucky and have Patrick Greedy show up and be like, more memberships for all of you. That would be disturbing. I'd be rich, or at least I'd be very well off for a minute. I just thought, well, what if every single subscriber was a member for like a month? At even the lowest price, that would be $1,000-ish, I think. I don't math good. That was a good one. Got some personality. Oh, just a little more. Okay, that's fine. I got some on my foot. On my leg. Ugh. I'm still weirded out by this cat. I don't dislike it. It's just there's a cat on the bottle. No. What am I doing? This one was really quiet. It had a little bit of something at the start there. You saw me go, There was a reason. It has a little bit of that Scotch funk. There was a thought. That went weird. So, you ever hear like music? It's like funk. We got the funk. Here comes the funk. That. Now make it a Scottish person who's singing. So, Scottish funk is what I thought. Just put that together. No, Kathy Huey. No. None of that. Oh, only. Oh, 110. Nice. Cool. You gotta do that little fry an egg on your car thing, huh? Or this pavement. I mean, just bleh. The cat, it's a rat. The mice in the maltings. Yes, that's right. That is a thing. That was a thing. That's supposed to be a coat of arms of some sort. That's what I found out when I was doing the video. Like, why is there a cat? Oh. But more importantly, yes. That is a very common thing. Eat turned into rat. I know what you meant, technically. Many distilleries have cats in the rick houses and rack houses. Because, you know, rats and mice, they don't want those there, so cats. Cheaper than pet. You can't use like chemicals and shit, you know? It becomes one of those like, oh, you don't want poisons near your whiskey when you're making them. When they're sitting in the barrels, don't put anything weird near them. Get a cat. Oh, that's much nicer. I mean, sorry, Virginia. This one has more spice and it's a little sweeter. I remember the Virginia one had some, not issues, but like the cider cask did something to it. And I don't know if it was a positive or not. I have had their malts before. Courage and Conviction stuff. So good. So again, a little disappointed with that one, but still good. I will say, like, to compare, like I'm accidentally doing, this to that. Drink that funky whiskey. Exactly. There's a sugar kitty here. Shows up all the time. It's wild. Keeping all the rats away because they're a moderator. Rats aren't that bad. Neither are mice. They're just, unfortunately, the rodents, and they do rodent things. Like crap everywhere and eat food while you shouldn't be eaten by them. I actually had an exterminator pop into my apartment recently because of my previous ant issue. Which thankfully that was fixed. So it was a little weird to have him show up. He was doing the whole building, I think. Anyone who had a pest problem. Hopefully there's no one. But he did look under my oven. And I was like, what are you doing? It was ants over there. And it's already been sealed up. They cannot get in now. And if they do, I will murder them all again. Do it again. I will do it in a heartbeat. I don't like killing anything, insect or otherwise. But you invade my territory and it's on. Don't you dare. You will whisk, open war in my apartment. No, I win. Every time. I had ants over here once, that's why I licked the floor. But I fixed that too. It's weird. Summer, yay. Insects everywhere, oh boy. I love nature, outdoors, exactly. I don't care about ants being out there and doing their thing. Because it's out there. We'll leave it out there. And there were flying ones. Did you know there were flying ants? I didn't know. Well, I kind of knew, but it was a little surprise for me to see them in my apartment. Didn't like that. They're supposed to be the ants that go find other places to antify. Thankfully, that was a little while ago, so I'm good. Oh, and of course, weekend plans. What are your weekend plans? Mine are going to be a little weird tomorrow. I'm not fond of that. But I'll endure it because it means I'll drink whiskey. And that's still a maybe. It's more of a yeah, I definitely, but I don't want to think of that. Don't want to think of it like that yet. Because somebody will remain nameless on Instagram. Someone who I'm familiar with, not just like some random person. But they are getting a bottle of my Reens, and I am hand delivering it to them. Because they're not in the area. Well, if they get back to me. I'm looking at my phone now because of that. Not yet. There's a whiskey called the Funky Drummer. Go figure. The funk is everywhere now. It's in whiskey. And it's out there in the wilds. Someone out there is listening to funk right now. I was listening to music I can't play because copyrights suck. I was listening to... does anyone who used to play Chrono Trigger once upon a time? This was a big throwback. But the music in it's pretty awesome, and I got reminded of that fact recently. So I grabbed some of the Spotify songs. That's something I need to do. One, since Patrick Greeny does come in here and membership on stuff, I have to get... I have to post the Discord, because I have a Discord for members and patrons. So if you want to hang out and do those, you can. If you can't, if you want, if you already are, surprise, I just have to repost the link so you can join. And I don't clear people out unless they're obnoxious. Hasn't happened yet. But that will also clue you in on when I go live and videos and such. It took more effort than I want to admit trying to get that set up, though. But it's set up now. I don't have to worry about it. But also, I have a Spotify thing. Like I have a Spotify playlist for you know. So if you ever wonder what kind of music I do listen to, Chrono Trigger. No, I add songs to that every once in a while and share it with the members and the patrons. I have to remember to do that too. There's a lot of stuff, random weird stuff, but stuff for being a member or patron of the channel. I wish I could make patrons have the same abilities in memberships on YouTube, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't like that. I still have to add one more emote. I still couldn't come up with one, but soon. I don't know what it will be, but soon. It'll likely be I just completely give up and do another one of the weirder ones, which is just me looking at my glass. It's supposed to be the color, but I'm definitely looking at it in a very odd way. It's so tiny. It's me just going, yeah, like that. Mm-hmm. Zenbu knows. I just have to decide on what I do that for. That's where it gets all tangled, because I'm like, I don't know. Look up a bunch of thumbnails, who knows? Or, I've been thinking of doing like cartoon versions of myself, but I have no talent for drawing. So I'll have to use the digital AI. It'll take control of my face and turn me into some kind of monster. We'll see. I still, for the record, if I do use AI anything, I fiddle with it. So it's not just some pre-processed BS, pre-processed artwork. Just shove it in and then mix it up, and then there, the artwork. Don't look at their hands. Zen Buddha, I am thinking of nature now, thanks to you. How dare you? But yeah, it was a really nice day out. Part of me feels like I should go outside. I will say, I was trying to say earlier, but I got sidetracked. What a surprise. I was a very good adult today. I did all the adult good thingies that you're supposed to do as an adult. I've missed a few. There's still one more I gotta do, which is dinner. I didn't really do lunch, but I did eat something. It's just mini donuts and pizza. Ooh, that could be a little tricky. Could be tricky. Now this is something I want to... Let's get into mental health stuff a little bit. It's where I am all the time, so it's fine. Give yourself credit. I'm talking to you. Looking at myself, too. That's why I'm... Forget about it. But give yourself credit for what you can accomplish. I don't say that very often. In fact, if I ever said this to myself before, it's been a very long time. And I say that because of what I got to do today, which seems so... There's a very large part of my brain that's going, that's nothing. People do that all the time. Regularly. And me going, I know, shut up. I exercised this morning. Very exciting. Spin class. A lot of tights. And then I went to the grocery store after that. And I actually went in the grocery store. I don't usually do that. But I needed some groceries. I needed to use my actual bank account, though, because my EBT card's out for a couple of days. It'll get renewed soon, don't worry. And then I can buy food again. That's where I'm at. So that was another. Exercise, food. What were the rest? Laundry? I do the laundry. Laundry is awful. I have to leave my apartment and go down the hallway, and there could be people in there. I didn't really bump into any this time around, so that was cool. So, exciting stuff. Grocery store. It sounds so mundane, but I'm trying to give myself credit here. Leave me alone. I took the trash out. Very exciting. And there was something else. I checked the mail. That doesn't really count. Kind of does, but not really. That got tied into doing laundry because it's the same area. And I got my coffee. I got my delivery coffee grounds. Can't wait. It's a new seasonal variety. I don't know what it's like. Hopefully I enjoy it. Yes, said food. I will be having so many pancakes and donuts and creme brulees and part of me is like, expensive whiskey. I'm going, no. Not true. But maybe. I don't know. We got stuff coming. I don't know what's going to happen next month. Part of me is like, plan something. The other part of me is like, don't do anything. Just stop. Part of me wants to not make videos, but I already have plans to make them, so it's fine. It also is a gift to myself. I give myself more work to do, but also open up a bunch of bottles I've been needing to open for a while. And I will give you a little preview if you stick around. Like and subscribe. I can't do that seriously. I want people to do it, but I don't like asking people to do it. It's like asking people for anything. I think that's a generational problem with me. Help me, please. I mean, like and subscribe. You know, how am I supposed to deal with that? I don't know. I can only be so funny for so long. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Fan funding option. Whoa, that's disorienting. What a weird option. I guess it becomes a thing at some point. Where if chat's not doing anything, or if you're getting a lot of super chats for one thing, you can lose track. Isn't that terrifying? It's happened. I know it's happened to other channels. Especially when they're doing raffles like this one. Much more 4 bottles though. The only bottle raffle I do is November. Because that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with. Wah. Chinese food? Is that what that is? I do like Chinese food. I haven't had any in a while, though. I think what wasn't Chinese food? The last time I had anything like that was when I went to Missouri and had sushi, of all places to go and have sushi, but it was good. It was a culinary experience because I ate some things I didn't know I would be able to eat. Specifically fish eggs. I still feel a little weird about it, but I know they're fine. Like some good Chinese food, yeah, right? I'm pretty lazy. I go to, there's a place down the road called China Gourmet, first of all. And they make real good General Chow's. I love that stuff. You know, the fried rice, you get the lunch special. So you get an egg roll and then fried rice and then General Chow's. Oh my gosh. Why? Just don't look up the history of it. Don't think about the fact that there's American Chinese food. I don't think I've ever actually had real Chinese food. Ever. Chinese food in America isn't really Chinese food. It's something else. It's its own category. I'm trying to make sure I'm giving myself credit for everything. What are you giving yourself credit for today? That's what I want to know. Like, especially for people who do the real life stuff, man. Everyone here seems to know about my mental stuff. I don't function very well. So the idea of like having a schedule, going to sleep, waking up, having breakfast, going to work, driving to work, then getting to work, then working for 8 hours, and driving home. Somewhere in between you had lunch, and then you make dinner when you get home. It's a weird cycle. Like, that's all you do. Really? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm like, really? That's something you do. And I've done it before, and it's awful for me. I don't do it very well at all. It doesn't last. I just burning at both ends until no function. Getting stuff done, yes. GSD credit. Or GYC? Give yourself credit? That sounds a little confusing. I feel like I did something else, but I'm not. Set the stream up. That's usual. That's the usual weekly thing. Oh, I took a shower and shaved. Very exciting. And that doesn't sound like one of those things where you're like, oh, good for you. You did it. It's like, no. There have been times in my life where that wasn't something I did easily or frequently enough. You ever go for a week without showering? Don't. It's not great. And it's usually because you're very depressed and you don't function long enough to do anything. Eat, drink anything, try to have a bottle of water near the bed, and then just sleep a lot, mostly. Or play games and don't think. I'm very good at that too. Oh, since I'm thinking of games, Far Cry 6 game that I've been playing, it's getting flagged for music, of course, because of the car driving. It's always got the radio on. And some of the songs have copyrights. Hilarious. Brian Toter, hello! I feel like I haven't seen you in a hot minute. It's like I'm the only Brian around. Can't have that. He says there's a big, very old Chinese restaurant in San Francisco, Chinatown. It's also a cooking school for cooks coming from China to make U.S. Chinese food. Exactly. It's nothing like they have at home. Exactly. We have the Chinese food in America is American Chinese food. It's the same as having Mexican food here. It's American Mexican food. Have to keep a roof over my family's head. So it's off to work I go. Peter White, no. Take a flask with you. I mean, come back soon. Stay rested. And yeah, that's rough. Having to work to have a roof over your head is just... It's a very real thing for a lot of people, and it's awful. But hopefully you'll get through that real fast and you can go home and have a drink with your family. Or just have dinner with your family. Be with your family. That's the important part. I'm drinking this one a little fast for some reason. But still, we get to the wild card. Having this again will be weird, admittedly. For those just showing up, raffle. I'm going through the whiskey still. I probably won't need this one, will I? Whoops. Who will? Ooh, that's what it is. I have to remember to do the podcast tomorrow. I'm wondering if I should do that tonight. maybe not. There's this part of me thinking I want to do it early and get it done, and the other part of me is thinking I will have done a very large amount of stuff at some point tomorrow. So, I have to get gas too. Balls. That's another adult normal thing to do. Can't give myself credit to that. And what I mean when I say I need gas is that it's half empty. So it's not like it's near empty. It's like halfway. And because it's right here, I need to fill it up again because I have to have another half a tank in my car at all times. For no reason. No reason that makes real sense, but just because. Not going anywhere. Okay. Sorry. I was like, you're leaving? Work? Now? Oh. But yes, that is the usual problem people have. I've learned to work around, and that's just to be mentally ill. It's not great. I really wish I had the normal life, but I don't. But, I have this. There's a silver lining. This is what I do for work. It's pretty cool. Pretty sweet, man. Just sometimes it's exhausting. Sometimes it's exhausting. Words come out the mouth slowly. Fill my glass. Be right back. Kathy, you okay? Watch out. Those things bite. Speaking of work, I heard this joke. Uh-oh. Please, no, don't. I don't know what's that's going to go. Work is suck. 20-minute commute. Currently listen to a Terry Pratchett audiobook. Ooh, there you go. It's not great, but the hours are okay, yeah. And yes, half full is better than half empty. There's always that with me. It's also because I go past the gas station a lot. Like I go to exercise 3 times a week, typically. I didn't do it that week. This week, complicated. Anyway, when I go there 3 times a week, there's the chance to stop at the gas station. And usually I stop there on Thursday, but I didn't have class this Thursday. It was canceled. Yeah, it's not great, but the hours are okay. Yeah. My biggest problem with that is my sleep. It doesn't seem like it, but my sleeping pattern is a mess right now. And I have given my time and effort fully to having a normal day job, and nope. I've tried it numerous times. It doesn't work. If I want to burn out, that's the best way to do it. Same here. Like I got to be careful. I'm worried about it right now because this week's past video went out late by about 2 hours. Nobody noticed, but I knew. And I was very annoyed by that. Part of that was because of my sleep. Like I laid down to take a nap and it was 5 hours later or 3 hours later. Right now I'm running on... I don't know. Pour the whiskey first, Brian. Okay. Oh, that was a little more than I wanted, but, well, just a tiny glass. Oof. Whoa, that smells very different this time. Yeah, the whole commuting thing, I don't like that. We have learned, for certain, that a lot of people can work from home via their computers. And yet we went back to the whole commuting thing. And people having to go to work rather than being home with their family and spending their time in the place they pay a lot of money to be. That's my big thing. You have a roof over your head, but only a little bit. In fact, you're at work more than you're at home every week. Hold on. Oh. We don't like to include the part where you're just unconscious because you're sleeping. Don't get me started on that, man. If I look at not American society, but if I look at the stereotypical life, it looks awful. You got 40 hours a week of work. More these days because one job isn't enough to sustain everything. Unless you have a spouse who also works. which means you're both stressed out by work when you get home. And the rent prices just keep going up, and owning a house isn't a thing. Not for me. I'll never own a house, guaranteed. Unless something drastic happens with my monetary situation, but not there yet. I don't like to talk money, except I have to, because that's my day. It's everything. All the time, for everyone. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's mostly at work. Like, you're not supposed to talk about your income and how much you're paid at work. Because reasons. When I think that's a vital, important piece of information people should know. As a whole. Like, the new guy comes in, he's being paid more than people who've been there for 5 years. That's an issue. There's something not right there. Oof, it smells so weird. 5 years working from home. Not commuting again. Speed up my retirement. Okay, good. At least there's a reason. You just retire. I mean, I don't know if that means I'll be able to retire early, or I will retire because I'll be sick of this. Oh, this smells really weird now. It's still floral-ish. But it's got that, I didn't say this in the video, but almost a paint thinner nose. That's just alcohol being weird, I think. Unsurprisingly, it's also making me think of rye bread. But it's as if there have been like savory something or others put on top of it. Yeah, like work-life sanity balance is a good thing. Yeah, it's just, again, I don't like to get started on like topics that actually bother me, but that's a big one, especially when it comes to people with mental health problems like me, or the general thought about there are so many people who have mental health problems that never were able to get it checked or don't bother because they're too busy working all the time. I mean, the simplest thing I can say to most of you is, how difficult is it to go to a doctor's appointment? Because you can only go to the doctors during the week, typically, but you're also working during the week. So you have to specially ask for time off to take care of your health. Shouldn't your health become like one of those things that's before everything else? Or going to see a dentist? Like anything like that. It's like pulling teeth. That was terrible. Oop, gotta read that. Guy in an interviewer interviews. A guy in an interviewer asks, "What is your biggest fault?" The guy answers, "Honesty." The interviewer says, "I do not think honesty is a fault." Guy says, "I don't give a fuck." Fark. God, don't. YouTube, don't. Yes, I got it. I caught it. I knew what the meaning was. Yeah, honesty is pretty terrible. I mean, honestly. Woo. How does that taste different this time? Oh, there's the spice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is a baking spices, but like a savory baking. That's wild. I'm absolutely thinking of a rye bread that has savory things on top of it. I'm thinking of sesame seeds just because that's an easy one. But almost, what do they do for some onion bagels? Something like that. And I'm seeing sage. You know, the big leafy flowers, it looks like a leaf. Or basil. That's what it is, basil. What was the one I was just thinking about? I don't remember. And I'm getting that saffron thing again. Maybe it's wheat bread with saffron on it. It sounds kind of gross. Ugh. I got it. It's one of those. One of those jokes. Ugh. This is such a wild whiskey. Like, whoever's going to win this, you have no idea what you're getting into. And what's bothering me now is the familiarity of it. There's something familiar, but I can't place it. It's all as if it's reminding me of something else, but I can't remember what. The best thing about it, though, is you hear rye, and you have a mindset, like you generally, most of you who drink with whiskey here have an idea of what rye tastes like, or the general concept of rye whiskey. And then you get to this thing, and it goes, no, we're not doing that here. Rosemary, a thyme. Yeah, that sounds about right. I do like rosemary. I don't remember why, but when I have it on stuff, I really like it. Thyme, I'm not sure. I have to, a hard TH. Time. Ouch. What is the whiskey? It's one of the videos I did. Most recent one. Leopold Brothers, 3-chamber. Could you please? Where is it? I keep having to find like that focus range. I think it's right there. Leopold Brothers, 3-chamber rye whiskey. 50%. And the catch is, they have made their own still that was basically going to go extinct. Like, people didn't make that kind of still anymore. So they built one of those, and then they used a certain rye that wasn't around anymore. Like, people didn't use it because it was hard to work with. Called a Bruzy rye. A-B-R-U-Z-Z-I. A Bruzy. Kathy Huey, please. I haven't eaten recently. You can't do that to me. Ah. E.H. Taylor Rye. Oh, you jerk. I haven't tried that. Well, actually, I might have tried it, but I've never had a bottle. Then again, that shouldn't surprise anyone. I do have some E.H. Taylor small batch behind me, I believe. I do. Weirdly enough, I could tell which one it was by the top, by the bottleneck. It does open up the sinuses. Like, whoa! It's giving me that. It's not menthol, but I mean, it probably is. Is that the stuff you put on your chest when you're sick? Vapor rub. I don't know. I'm not sure what that stuff's made of, but it feels like it's going to your nose like that and being like, "Oh, cleared that out." Wow. Yeah. Vicks Vapor Rub. Yes. What is it made of, though? That's my question. Suddenly, is it like a menthol kind of thing? Because it smells like that. It smells medicinal. Imported oil? What? Andrew Butler, hello. If I didn't say hi to you, my brain already forgot. Peppermint oil? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's got a very specific smell. Ah, camphor, eucalyptus, and yes, a menthol. It's wild that you said eucalyptus, too. It's a rye. Also, I don't know what camphor is. But Sugar Katie said, yes. Indeed. It does have something green about it. And now I'm thinking of eucalyptus, so that's stuck in my head. I don't think it's that, but I'm still going towards sage. It's more herbal than eucalyptus would be in my head. See, I knew this was going to happen, for the record. I was going to get to this one and go, whoa, start like digging through it because it's so weird for a rye. I'm going to have a hefty pour of, I'm going to get rock hard later, with this whiskey, which is called Rock Hard. I'm going to put it on ice. YouTube, don't flag me. Leave me alone. I mean, here's the thing. Look. Look at where this is now. It started up here. Now it's down here. Within the past 2 or 3 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, I did that 2 weeks ago. Rosemary. Oh my God. Stop. No. I have thought about getting a bread maker once or twice. I will not use it, so I haven't gotten one. You know, I'll use it for like a month and be like, I'm tired of bread. It's boring. What I'd rather do is find a really good bakery, and I know where one is, not far from here. They make amazing muffins, but they might have bread there too. Oh, Canada. Get some of the fry thing. What is it called? It's got a funny name. Fries and something curd. Cheese curds? Nope. Poutine, thank you. See? It's in there. It's just doesn't come forward. It's in the back somewhere. And gravy, yes. Occurs in a number of natural sources, including tree resins from laurel trees. Hey, there you go. That's another one. I've had that thought before. Maybe that's the exact word, actually. I'm going, wait a minute. I don't think it is. But I did look up. I kept saying the, like, new tree bark. Like, if you cut a new, like, tiny tree branch or stick or twig or whatever it's called, and you get that green under the bark, it has a very specific smell. Your hands, bowl, and your oven a bread maker. Yeah. Your hands, a bowl, and your oven a bread maker. Yep. True. I'm just not coordinated enough. Although, weirdly enough, people have told me I'm fairly good at baking. I make really good cupcakes. I mean, I am tempted to make one next month. Because of my birthday. I can have a cupcake every day. Wow, that's a bad idea. Every week? That's a little more reasonable. That's still not enough. You make a dozen cupcakes, that's not enough. Tim Hortons, that's true. We had one around here and it went away. Didn't they completely move out of America? The United States. It is. I assume he's on the East Coast-ish side. Eastern Standard Time-ish area. Beaver tail. Made from real beavers. A boot. Sarnia. Lake Huron. Is it said Huron? Because it sounds good if I say it that way. Surrey. That stereotype. But you're correct. Especially if you have a mustache. The world is a whole different thing than eating, so especially eating when you have a mustache. And there's so much stuff that can get in your freaking face. Especially anything milk-based. You don't want that to stick around. It's gross. I specifically like just like a heavy layer of frosting on the top, not like not an unnecessary amount. I do have a good method for those. I've seen it. Like if you get like a big mound of frosting on top. You just cut it in half, and then you flip it over. So you make it into a sandwich. $10 from Michigan. Minutes. About that. Frosting sandwich, exactly. It's a You take that where you want. Let's just say the Try channel released a new video today. I have my EBT card app likes to tell me weird stuff. Like, I could join the BJ's Wholesale Club for $25 and get a $10 reward. I will never need to go to that type of store. If I do, I will be so surprised. That's way too much stuff, way too much money. Years ago. I'm going to say that's true, but I have no idea if it is. Oh, I should be talking about the raffle's still going on. $5 per entry. We'll get you a sample of each of the whiskeys I did this month, which means you can drink along while watching them, which is a rarity. And especially with my channel and knowing the kind of content I create. Blech. There are a lot of whiskeys I do videos of that you probably can't get. Next month is going to be all the bottles you cannot have unless you already have them. You know, it's like another channel's whiskey releases. You know who? If you've been here for a while, you know what's going. You know what's going to show up next month. Lots of bourbon, which I might drink at night. Point Peely. I don't think I've ever been to Michigan. Random thought. There's an idea. And again, everything about this is based on how well this channel does. But there are a lot of states I haven't been to. And I would like to say at the end of my days that I went all across the country. Oh wait, no, I have been to a fair few, but it was when I was a kid. When me and my parents did a cross-country trip. That's how I got educated in the ways of the world. A lot of weird places in the United States. Just in case you didn't know. I have pictures of me when I was a youngling and I went to Yellowstone National Park. Very nice. I saw those big faces on a mountain. Mount Rushmore. So I saw that. So Yellowstone and Mount Rushmore. So much culture as a young lad. And I did drive through Texas, which took 2 or 3 days. My parents drove us through Texas. Because a friend of hers lived down there. I got to see fire ants for the first time. I didn't touch them, but I saw them. It was terrifying. I'll have to ask my mom which route we took. Because it's kind of vague. I know we didn't hit the West Coast. I know we didn't get that far. I think I would have loved to see the redwoods. The trees. That would have been crazy. As a kid, you're already smaller, and it's like, wow! And I also did something where we went into the depths of the earth. Oh, that's a weird feeling. Ugh. I just thought about it, and I felt how cold it was in there. But one of those underground tours, where you go into these caverns that have been, eroded down by nothing but water and time. I forget what those are called. You let me know if you know, because I don't. Everything moved. Super chat would be Canadian dollars. It would. Every 60 cents off. Exactly. Alaska. Well, that's a big one. Yeah, Alaska and Hawaii. Those are big jumps. The weird world of money and currency. Your $1 is technically 73 cents. It's like, Why did what? If only they're all the same. 3 to 4 days, drive across Delaware, 30 minutes. Yep. Yeah, Rhode Island. Less than an hour in any direction, and you are in a different state or the ocean. Like, I could get to the ocean in about 20 minutes. 25 minutes. Actually, wait, the ocean? If I went west. No, I'd have to go north and southwest. Yeah, it'd be faster to go directly south. Fiji? You live in Fiji? You probably said that before. What a wild place to live. I don't think the bay counts. I do know that if I go directly south from where I am, there is the hidden Ocean Drive. Like, you've been to Ocean Drive, so you know that's a good one. You want to go right to the ocean, that's where you can go. But there's also one that if I go directly south into a little towny, folky place area that feels like it's 75 years in the past, there's an ocean area there. And that is less than 30. It's about 25, 30 minutes, if that. Actually, won't take it. Really? It won't? It's like, no. I won't. It's depressing. You see the Oswald there. Oof. With the coops. Unfortunately, my brain, once I saw the word coop, it's like, coop, babe, coop, babe. Old 90s song. Actually, probably 80s. Early 90s. Yeah, Little Compton is what I'm talking about. You go there, it's like, where are the gas stations? What kind of place is this? Is that a horse and buggy? Borderline there. You might see horses. There are stables in the area. Rhode Island's a weird little place, in case you didn't know. I go to every other state, and I'm just like, there's so much land here. You can go on for a long time and get nowhere. Yeah. I am specifically thinking of Lloyd Beach. That's not right. Is it? No, it's not right. Is it? I'm trying to see where the hell I go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All it says... It doesn't even have a name. That seems weird. Because it's just there. It's just the coastline. I feel like there's another place I'm thinking of, but it's not. I am thinking of this one area. You're actually looking out to the west. Yeah. So you could see land, if you could. If you did, it would be just another part of Rhode Island. But for the most part, if you point a certain way, you're looking south. And then just ocean. OBX soon? I don't know what that is. Well, Zenbu doesn't either. Okay, we're good. Outer Banks, North Carolina. North Carolina? Or is that North Canada? I'm not sure. When people are from different places in different countries and in different time zones, it gets complicated. If that weren't clear. Huh. It doesn't feel like it's been an hour and 24 minutes. But I will say you still have RAFFLE interview you can do. I need to keep pushing that. I forget. We have 2 people who have entered so far, so your odds are good. And if nothing else, you get to try this wild rye whiskey. Ooh. That sounds nice. First in flight Latin. Well, we don't say that like it's their problem. Like they didn't do that on purpose, technically. It happened to them. Yeah. Politics. Oh, let's not go there. Lately, I've been trying to think of things in a broader sense. It's not easy, especially when you live in Rhode Island and everything's really tiny and small and minor problems happening everywhere. Kathy Huey, oh my gosh, thank you. Someone listen to me? Thank you. Kathy Huey is pretty good luck too, so watch out. You're in for 6. I had to think about that on my hands. I'm good at math. Kathy Huey is also a longtime patron. I say patron of mine on Patreon. She gets all the goodies, all the weirdness possible. There we go. Surf fish daily. It was either surf fish. I want fish. I do not want fish. Fish and chips. Yes. Actual fish. Ew. Competition is good for Brian. Yes, it is. The more people who enter, the better. Oh, excuse me. Cancel. No. Why? G-Man's listening to me. Ugh. I jumped. Alright, we got that one. I need to remember to move the notifications. Otherwise I get nervous, like I missed something. So far I haven't. But once again, if you do enter through anything other than Super Chats or Mega Chats, make sure you let me know. The human does not. No. Oh, my eyeballs. My leg's asleep. Awesome. Why? Ugh. Alright, we are going to get... Oof, we're almost at 30 minutes again. My eyes! I need those. Last but not least, though, if you watched the video, which all of you did, I know you did, we're going to have a little fun at the end. Can't see myself again. I move stuff. I touch things. Don't do it. We're going to get rock hard right near this. This, again, is very special, not able to get beverage. You're funny, because you're not a teenage girl. I'm delayed in catching up to that chat, but it's hilarious. You can watch the series if you want. Nothing saying you can't. Oh, excuse me. Did I do that? My sleeping issues are catching up on me. Ah. But that's okay. Nothing new there. I'm going to sleep real good tonight, is what I'm saying. Blah. Woo. Alright, hold on. I gotta do a thing as fast as I can. Because the last thing anything you do on a live stream is go AFK. But I'm not going to be going long. I'm just going to be going long enough to get some ice in a glass. So don't go anywhere. be right back. I gotta remember to turn that off. Alright, James, thanks for popping in. Till next time. You know where to find me. Ice. Also in a glass I won a while ago. The Bourbon. I try to. Oh, no, it's not. But there we go. So, this is the final little devil in the monthly sampler pack. Rock hard. Yeah. With their horrible font. If you saw the video, you know. I can barely read that. And it's in like a light tan color. Just make it black so I can see it properly. I gotta be careful though. I've done this before. When I pour whiskey with ice and it hits the ice and just goes everywhere it wants. Which is out of the glass usually. Biking bourbon, I promise I'll get my bike. Stop reminding me. No, I'm kidding. I do need to get that fixed someday. As always, it's when I can afford it, which is never. Alright, I gotta, hold on. I'm not sure how much that is. That was a guess. And reminder, this is at 57.8%. So this will be the punchy one in the lot. The other ones are 56, 56, and then 46 for two of them, the first two, and then 50% for the Leopold, the rye. And this one just jumping up to 50, whatever the hell I just said, 57.8. Yeah. I remember the 7 part. I wasn't sure about the 8. Biking bourbon, we're doing a raffle, just so you know. 3 people are in. Odds are good. The odds are in your favor for now. It is. I haven't gotten any of them this year. No Elijah Craig barrel proofs for me this year. Not because I don't want them, but because I have too many. I'm just barely... I still have to finish off the C920. That was 4 years ago. Still have a very little left. And I have at least 1 or 2 other barrel proof ones behind me. I have this... No, wait. I have the one from last year. I think the last one I got was Elijah Craig barrel proof A123. For obvious reasons. 1, 2, 3. C920 looks like rain. Yeah, it's right over there. I can see it, and it's in the kitchen area. So I grab it to make an old-fashioned at some point. It's just waiting patiently. I'm waiting for the ice to melt a little bit. Because again, I'm using a glass full of ice and raising it towards my face in hopes that the ice will not come out on my face. We don't need that. B524? Nice. Again, I still want them. I just can't afford them, and I don't see them very often. Easily? Don't see them anywhere very often. There we go. I know where I can find a few, but I haven't gone to look for them. On purpose. Take me home, bourbon. Woo! That's nice. That's... You saw the video. You know our reaction is real. Oh, it's so good. Mr. Greatshot, are you still here? I hope you have this. Because you, of all people, will need to have this. With freaking... the way it feels on like a hot day in Texas. If it feels like this for me, and I'm not in ridiculously hot temperatures right now, in fact, it's very nice out, I am very tempted to open the window. I just don't like bugs, as we discussed earlier. And I know they'll get in here, this little freaking bastard. But it feels so nice outside right now. It's probably going to get muggy, though. That's my guess. The weather is weird around here. I want more thunderstorms. I don't know about you guys, but thunderstorms where I don't lose power. Most importantly. What? Oh. Ah. Someone just did Venmo. Which one of you was it? Because I see the name, I'm looking at chat and going, I don't know. Not everyone uses the real name. I need to guess. Hold on. Who? Ah, now I know who it is. I didn't see you say anything. How dare you? We are. A little heart for that. You'll see who it is if they decide to talk. It sounds like a threat. It's 5. Oops. The music of the night. We're getting funky here. It's all about the funk. It's the theme of the evening. All about the funk. All right, Franklin. Hi. Funny seeing you here. What a surprise. Ah, one more. Now we're at... This is what I'm talking about. We're right there. We got 4 people in the running. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are good odds. Like that's what, 25% chance each. Kind of. I mean, honestly, it depends on how many you bought, but still, give or take. Where is everyone? Whoa, I feel better now. Rubbing the sleep out of my eyes, as they say. Oh! Who's their servant? Alright, hold on. New stuff happened. I see. 2 for the cats and 1 for their servant. I got it. Sugar Kitty's in for 3. I have that pillow around somewhere, still, for the record. Yeah, what is it? Cats don't have owners, they have servants. Sugar Kitty, do you know if that's true or not? I know it's true. When I had a cat, it was a thing. You have to remember, you only realize it when you're cleaning cat litter. Or with dogs now, it's you're cleaning up after your dog. It's not a fun point to be in right there. But you do it anyway. Because you love your dog and your dog loves you. Cats on the other hand, staff, that's right. Cats don't have owners, they have staff. One of the cats at my parents' house annoys me because... No, 2 of them, actually. One doesn't care to use the litter box. They'll do it right next to the litter box, but they won't be in the litter box. That's one. And the other one is the one that likes my dad for some reason and has a habit of biting and scratching him at random. So... that's annoying. I don't want to say happily, but I am thankful to some extent that I don't have a pet to deal with anymore. Because I can't deal with anything other than myself right now. And that's barely. Oh, for those who weren't here earlier, we were talking about giving yourself credit today. Again, Friday. I want to try to work this in when I can. Because it's important. And I'm telling you and I'm telling me, I don't like to listen to myself. But hopefully you will take these words to heart. Give yourself credit for whatever you got done. I was talking about my major achievements for today, and they were as mundane as you can imagine. But I got them done, and granted it took an entire week or so to get them done, but I got them done. When I was a quiet child, my sister had a cat. I used to attack the postman. Well, that's what the postman gets for showing up here. We're delivering the mail. Where did they even get them, Sugar Key? Is there some kind of underground network they have worked out with the mice and the rats? They get the black market stuff and give it to them? I mean, I don't know. I have a whole scenario, like a movie, showing up in my head now while I talk about this. Oh yes, remember, smack the like button and subscribe to the channel. Most of you are subscribed. I know, I just have to say it. Subscribe. I have a Patreon. Join that. Super chats. Those are awesome. And join a member, because you get cool stuff, like emotes. I made them myself. They're great. I'm so bad at trying to promote myself, I swear. One of the worst things I see, and I don't know if you see them, but I don't know how it started. It must be something about YouTube. Like, YouTube suggested you do this, and it's a terrible idea, but they do it anyway. Is when a video starts, or like halfway through a video, the person talks about their patron, or Patreon. Which isn't bad. You should do that. I should do that more. My patron hasn't really changed much in years, or at least a year, but that's okay. Yeah, a little more than a year. But that's okay, I think. Maybe less. Anyway. It's hard to promote Patreon nowadays. Basil the Great Mesopotamia. It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen it, Andrew Butler. It sounds very... Is it a book? It feels like a book. And now that I think about it, most of the names I'm seeing right now in chat are patrons. So it's one of those moments like, I gotta talk about Patreon. You are all on Patreon already. Ah! That's such a good thing. It's like, oh, that's right. Loyalty. I mean, continued support. Very important. It's how I get by. Oh, yeah. That's annoyingly good. It's like, again, but I believe, I said in the video, it's almost like just pouring a whiskey and it being a cocktail immediately. You pour this on ice, instant cocktail, without having done anything to it. It makes me think of an old-fashioned a little bit. In fact, if I get, where's a cherry? I will happily put a Luxardo cherry in this right now. It's like an old-fashioned before you need... I poured an old-fashioned here. That's it. Is it just the whiskey? Yes. But do I feel like it's a really nice, laid-back, chilled, old-fashioned? Could be. Stuff's going right to my head, by the way. I can feel it right here. This is what happens when you unintentionally stop drinking whiskey for 5 days. Ah. I'll have to check. I'm trying to think in my brain. I'm completely dumbfounded by me not drinking whiskey of any sort for the past few days. Did have alcohol, but didn't drink any whiskey. Neat. And I feel like that's a summer thing. I had beer and I had a martini yesterday. I don't think of those as alcoholic drinks, the same category as whiskey. Neat. Or on ice. Because we all know it's good either way. 10 minutes for the raffle. I almost forgot to say that. My brain went, hey, look, it's 8:45. You should say something about the raffle. Oh, I should probably say something about the raffle. Well, that's when the raffle ends. That one clear. And then we can find out who won. And then we can take a nap. I should eat some food, but I probably won't. I never like saying it, but, you know, I'm with mental health being a topic, and men's health in general, mine being weird, I can feel the tired in my eyes. Raffle, like, subscribe, patrons, memberships. Yeah, that's it. Don't make me put a Patreon thing at the start of my videos. I don't want to do it. I won't do it. My extent of reminding people to subscribe and stuff is at the end of the videos, which I know most people don't go all the way to the end of the video. But I meant it. Was it a movie? I don't think I've seen the movie. I'm thinking of a book for some reason. When you said that, it made me think of a book. That we're still talking about. I'm trying to read chat and going, I don't know where the conversation is anymore. One was for 17 years, I could snap my fingers, he would come running to me. The other for 16 that hated me. Never heard from me once. Well, as long as you remember them fondly. Mike Franklin. I'm trying to think of all the pet cats I've had over the years. There were a lot, actually, come to think of it. But the first ones I had, the first one I had was when I was much younger. And that was a beautiful female, all white cat named Fluffy. Her name was Fluffy. Very original. Then there was Mom Cat. That's what she was called. Because we found her outside. One of those scenarios where the mom cat finds a way to get nice with people so she can have her babies. And she did. She found our house. And we let her live there. She was an outdoor cat. She did die of old age, sadly. But, you know, most outdoor cats don't do that. So we let her in and outside. She had kittens. We had 3. One we donated. One went to our neighbors. And then the other 2 were brothers. So me and my brother got one. Shocking. Mine's name was Spot, even though it was a long hair, all black. They both were. Mine was named Spot because if he curled up and went to sleep, he'd look like a big old spot. It made sense. It was also one of those moments in my life where I went, I'm not thinking about things the same as people are. I named a completely black cat Spot. And I had a reason for it, but you had to think about it. It wasn't blatantly obvious why I said that. And then I think my brother's cat's name was Tom. Pretty sure of that. Because it was Tomcat. What else? After that, there was Whiskers. There was TC. TC stood for the cat. Very original. He was a long-haired, Maine Coonish looking. He's the one who would get on your shoulder. Like he would just get up there and hang out. It was a wild one. Whiskers. What else? I know there was 1 or 2 cats that were outdoor cats that we kind of fed, but I think one got hit by a car. That was a little sad. It wasn't like one we had and kept, but would visit our house for a little while, and then of course got run over. Yay. The Black Spot. Exactly. Pirates. He was a good boy. Like, those early cats were all sweethearts. TC was a little clumsy and would claw you by accident, but still a good cat. And now my parents have... what? 3 cats? I think it's 3. Trying to think of their names. 2 of them are related and complete opposites of the spectrum. I want to say one of them's called Jersey, but that's not right. Philly. I think they found him in Philadelphia. So Philly, Roxanne, and one other. Matilda? Not sure about the last one. Top Cat, indeed. I was going to say Love Cat, but that's a whole different song. Ugh, my legs. You got me reminiscing about the cats I've had in my life. And of course, Max, the cat I took with me when I left my parents' house, had been the cat I adopted with when I was in a relationship with someone. The last relationship I was in, which was a very long time ago. But I think Max was 19 years old or 18, something like that. On his final days, unfortunately. Don't want to think about that, though. That was awful. But I see myself not having pets for a while. The only kind of pet I would get, Monster Max. Yes, he was a monster. For the record. He didn't like me much. But he sometimes did. We got along pretty well. He wouldn't like purposefully attack me, but he was his own person, as I am. So we got along in that regard. We had our own space and our own time. You know, we had very distinct. He was a cat of his own, and so was I as a person. So we regarded each other in that manner. Those are the days. Where was I? I lost track of what I was saying. But that was the last one. Oh, and I was saying if I did get a pet ever again, it would probably be an emotional support dog of some sort. And not even emotional support, but like emotional support / like medical dog. So it would be able to tell me when I wasn't okay and check on me if I was getting too out of hand. I haven't had to worry about that kind of thing in a long time. But it would be a good idea just in case. And I'm taking something new. I'll talk about that on the podcast. But I recently got more pills to take. Yay. It's a good thing. It'll make me feel better. In theory. We'll see. 2 more minutes to get your raffle tickets. Yeah, stuff like that. I've started to get only slightly better about eating. Today was not one of those days. I had a very small breakfast, and then I had lunch at about 3 or 4 p.m. I had eaten at 8:30. And it consisted of oatmeal and a quick drinkable yogurt. Oh, and it's had some craisins on it, on the oatmeal. That was nice. It's always a nice touch. But that was about it. Until 4 o'clock. There you go. I have one of those. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. I don't know if you can see him. I don't necessarily collect him, but my dragon guy is still chilling, being all cool over here. He's a dragon that guards my hoard of whiskey, if you didn't understand that. And I don't remember who gave it to me or why I have it still, but I do. I feel like it might have been from my parents. But it could have been a girlfriend once upon a time. I have a couple of those. Oh yeah, I have a figment of my imagination. That's a Disney World thing, or Disney World. Passing the drinkable yogurt. It's a great shot. Instant 10 grams of protein in the morning. That's all it is. I barely taste it. I take it, I drink it as fast as I can. Non-stop. It's not like something you sip on. It's blah and gone. Because it'll get some calories, I'll get some food of some sort in my stomach, and I'll get 10 grams of protein. Guess who's trying to keep track of their protein nowadays? Freaking awesome. Mr. Rayshot, I was saying earlier, I hope you get, if you do not have, like if you don't get rock hard yet, I hope you do. I hope you have this on your shelf or something. Because you will need it in this desert heat, the desert heat you have down there right now. It's perfect. That was really nice. Ah. So sweet. So pleasant. Oh, it's past time. Shoot. I blinked. I started talking. It's brewing for rock hard, exactly. Everyone likes when you have some rock hard. When you get some rock hard. I don't think so, but you should check. Because it's stupidly good. I feel like that's one of the releases they did last year. I was thinking about it. It's like, it's a summer beverage. Last summer? Have I had that bottle for that long? Oh. Yeah, they were pushing the tequila pretty big lately, so I don't know if they have anything else. They've had a couple other releases, though. So, I'm not keeping too much track on that because too many bottles. All right, let's get on with the end of the raffle. I should make that stop so you don't actually... So someone doesn't come in right at the end here. I didn't put the raffle samples up. Boo, I forgot. I was wondering what I did forget. That's it. But I do feel like if I'm going through it, pay attention. But no. My mistake. I haven't done it in a month. That's my thought process. There, go away. I can also... Oh, good. Awesome. We hit the super chat goal. I like that. I like that a lot. Dismiss pin message. Oh, you bugger. I don't need to see that. That's fine. Fine. Is that dismissing it or making it go away? No, it is not making it go away. Ah, fine. I'll stay there. Don't use the links. Anything from here on doesn't count. So there. All right. Focus. What was I doing? No, I'm kidding. Now I randomize the list. And we have 1 through 25. That's awesome. You have no idea how awesome that is. Hey Google. Pick a random number between 1 and 25.
19.
That was much louder than I wanted to be. Hey Zenboot, guess what? You are number 19. Congrats. You did buy the most tickets, I think. But you did win. Woot! Exactly. I knew you wanted to try this rye, so congrats on that. I'll make it easier. Pwah. Forgot to make that go away. I was terrified for a second there. All done. Well, I mean, we're good. That was fun. The raffle ended on a high note. I'm glad plenty of people entered, because that's always terrifying. And I'm glad you guys get to enjoy this whiskey as you watch the videos. I know Zenboot watches the videos, so that also is a perk. He was very fond of the content, and he's here a lot, and he supports the channel in a major way. So that's always nice. And it's always so random. It just randomly happens. What's funny is I keep checking. I'm like, it is 19. That is him, right? I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Because I know I'm not. But I feel like someone out there is going to think it's rigged. Ah! Why does my brain have to be this way? Oh, that's good. Tune in Sunday. I don't remember what I'm doing. Probably Sample Sunday. But that will be either the first stream of the July or... No, it won't be. Okay, cool. It'll be the last day in June. Likely a Sample Sunday because I still need to finish off the samples that I can do blind. So a blind sample night. That'll be fun. I like doing those. And there you have it, folks. 9 o'clock, as always. Thank you for being here. First of all. But also, as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. What? You can't do that. That's not fair. Mike Franklin, thank you. You sly dog. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, random. The drive-by generosity. Mike Franklin, you're awesome. You know it. Good God. And now I still have to leave. The hell. as well, here we go. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome like Mike Franklin just was. And I will see you out there. Hey, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.